The San Antonio Spurs are preparing for an exciting season, blending their traditional consistency with a roster brimming with young talent and veteran leadership. With the emergence of Stephon Castle, a star on the rise, the Spurs are positioning themselves to become a dominant force in the NBA. Picked 4th overall in last year's draft, UConn's rising star is already turning heads in San Antonio. Spurs rookie Stephon Castle is wasting no time making an impression this preseason. In a 107-97 win over the Orlando Magic, Castle came off the bench to lead the team with 17 points, but his stat line, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, barely scratches the surface of what he's bringing to the table. It's clear the Spurs coaching staff, including the legendary Gregg Popovich, must be loving what they're seeing from this exciting young talent. Castle's athleticism is impossible to miss, especially in a system like Popovich's, known for turning versatile, skilled players into stars. His explosive leaping ability and defensive potential make him a standout addition to a Spurs team that's blending new faces with Victor Wembanyama. Popovich loves players with high basketball IQ, and Castle's instincts on both ends of the floor have him primed for a big role this season. One thing that really sets Castle apart is his ability to get to the free throw line, like the 10 attempts he racked up against Orlando. It's a rare skill for a rookie guard and one the Spurs will definitely lean on. With his quick first step, body control, and physicality, Castle isn't just scoring, he's forcing defenses to foul and slowing the game down to his advantage. In Popovich's motion-heavy offense, Castle's passing game is a big deal. He showed off his court vision in his last performance with 4 assists, and that could definitely become a key part of his skill set. The Spurs' offense is all about quick ball movement, and Castle's ability to read defenses and spot open teammates will help him shine. As he gets more comfortable in the system, his passing could really take off, making him a huge asset in creating easy scoring chances for others. The way he can mix his own scoring with setting up teammates makes him a perfect fit for the Spurs' style of play. If he continues to develop, Castle could become a playmaking force, adding even more excitement to an already dynamic team. The way Castle's chemistry is growing with big guys like Wembanyama, Zach Collins, and Keldon Johnson is going to be a game changer. With all that extra spacing, he'll have the perfect chance to either drive and dish or connect with the roll man on pick and rolls. But the real hype comes from the chance to team up with veteran point guard Chris Paul. Imagine what Castle can learn from one of the smartest players in the game. Paul's experience and playmaking skills will be huge for Castle's growth, especially when it comes to making those quick, smart decisions on the floor. The mix of Paul's leadership and Castle's potential could really take the offense to the next level, creating a dynamic duo that'll be exciting to watch all season. Paul's arrival in San Antonio is a game changer for Castle. Having a mentor like Paul, who's a pro at running the half-court offense, making smart decisions, and bringing serious defensive intensity, will be huge for Castle's growth. Paul's ability to control the floor is legendary, and teaming up with him in the backcourt means Castle gets to learn the ropes without needing to carry the offense. He can focus on attacking off screens and making plays on the move. It's the perfect setup. Castle gets to grow, develop his skills, and contribute to the team, all while having Paul's experience guiding him. With Paul by his side, Castle's development will skyrocket as he learns how to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Defensively, Castle's length and athleticism make him the perfect match for Paul, whose defensive smarts often fly under the radar. While Paul handles the traditional point guard duties, Castle's 6'6" frame and lightning-fast lateral movement give him the ability to lock down multiple positions. This makes him a huge asset for Popovich, allowing him to switch assignments and keep the defense flexible, which is key in today's NBA. Castle can guard smaller, quicker players on the perimeter or step up against bigger guys, adding a lot of versatility to the backcourt. With both Paul and Castle in the mix, San Antonio's defense becomes much more dynamic, capable of disrupting offenses and handling any matchup that comes their way. It's a powerful defensive duo that'll keep opponents on their toes. Castle really knows how to make things happen, not just as a playmaker, but as a scorer too. His ability to stop on a dime and mess with a defender's momentum is insane. It's no wonder he's a fan of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You can totally see that influence in his game. Take this Euro step, for example. Total fire. In this play, he uses the baseline like a pro, faking like he's going back inside before crossing over and flipping it in with a smooth reverse. Sure, his jump shot isn't quite there yet, but don't think for a second Castle isn't a scoring threat. He's got the handles to create space and get his shot off in the paint, plus the size to bully smaller defenders, or even go toe-to-toe with bigger ones, and finish strong. And he's not just about creating for himself. He excels as a cutter, and even a screener. something he showed off big time in college. With all these ways to score, Castle doesn't need to rely on his three-point shot to make an impact. Castle's role alongside Tre Jones and Devin Vassell gives Popovich a lot of exciting lineup options to work with. Vassell, the Spurs' best perimeter defender outside of Wembanyama, has become a solid two-way player, and Castle's slashing and playmaking could open up even more scoring chances for him. Meanwhile, Tre Jones, with his pass-first mentality, pairs well with Castle's explosive athleticism, making staggered rotations a great way to keep the backcourt balanced. But what's really intriguing is how Castle can work off Wembanyama, the Spurs' ultimate weapon. Castle's ability to cut to the basket and create offense could give Wembanyama more room to operate, while Wembanyama's unique skills would draw defenders away, opening up easy looks for Castle. Together, they could be an electric combination, constantly keeping defenses on their heels and creating all sorts of mismatches. Popovich has a lot of flexibility to experiment with how these players can complement each other. In pick-and-roll situations, Castle's knack for making the right play, whether it's throwing a lob to Wembanyama or setting up shooters like Champagnie, Johnson, or Vassell, could be a game-changer for the Spurs. Popovich loves guards who can read the defense and keep things flowing, and with Castle's rising offensive game, he's looking like a key piece in the team's future. With his long wingspan and quick feet, he's versatile enough to switch across positions, giving the Spurs serious flexibility. Expect Pop to dial up more switching schemes, with Castle locking down everyone from speedy guards to bigger wings. This versatility, plus his nose for steals, means more fast break chances. As Castle hones his decision-making, he's on track to become a two-way force for the Spurs, with the potential to be a cornerstone of their success. At just 19, Castle is still a work in progress, but the potential to be a game-changer is already clear. Popovich will probably ease him into the season, starting with a smaller role off the bench, and gradually ramping it up as he gets more comfortable with the NBA's speed and physicality. With the Spurs' history of developing young talent, Castle is in the perfect spot to work on his shooting consistency and decision-making, especially when the heat's on. Getting into that pass, Castle dishes it to Collins, circles back for the handoff, but checks out that pass. No clear lane for a regular pocket pass, so he wraps it around perfectly to Collins for an easy layup. That's what makes Castle's passing so impressive, especially as a rookie. His ability to think fast and make smart decisions on the fly. It's easy to see why the Spurs drafted him. He's got that Spursy vibe all over him. He catches the ball, maybe takes a quick dribble, or just swings it right to the open shooter. Like this play, he gets the ball from Wembley, fakes out Harrow, drives, and then kicks it to Champagnie. That's exactly why Castle's a future cornerstone for the Spurs. As a rookie, he's already excelling at the little things. He's always in the right spot. His instincts are solid on both ends, and he's got a versatile skill set. The real question is, how much can he grow as a playmaker and shooter? That'll determine if he's all-star material. But no matter what, it's clear he'll be a perfect fit next to Vic for the next decade. Watching him play will be a lot of fun. If Devin Vassell stays out with injury, Castle might even find himself starting sooner than expected. In that case, Popovich would likely surround him with a guard-heavy lineup, featuring Chris Paul, to let Castle work off the ball while Paul runs the offense. Castle has that raw, high-upside potential the Spurs have always excelled with. His preseason flashes of brilliance have shown what he's capable of, and under Popovich's guidance, his game could explode in his rookie year. There will definitely be some growing pains, but his athleticism, defensive chops, and evolving offensive game make him a huge part of the Spurs' exciting future, alongside stars like Wembanyama and Vassell. As the San Antonio Spurs continue to build a promising future, Stephon Castle is one of the most exciting players to watch this season. With his potential, versatility, and ability to complement stars like Wembanyama and veteran Chris Paul, Castle could be a key piece in the Spurs' success for years to come. Stay tuned as this young talent develops into a force in the NBA. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more Spurs content and leave a comment with your thoughts on Castle's potential. We'd love to hear from you.